Hey guys, it's the Bat. I'm back again with another comic book haul. This one is a little special because I'm showing actually some of the books that came out this week, and I haven't been doing that as of late. When I first started doing videos, I was doing showing books that I picked up uh, every Wednesday, and I kind of backed off of it a little bit because it seemed like that's what everybody was doing. But I'm trying to do a little bit more than just dollar bin stuff and uh, hauls or whatever, and just show a little bit of everything that encompasses how I collect comic books. This Sonic the Hedgehog cover, it just when I saw it, well, I've been buying Sonic for a while, and at my comic shop, I get the cover A and the incentive covers. Sometimes those one in what is it, the 1 in 50s or what the higher ones, they come in and sometimes they don't come in. But when they do come in, I normally pick them up. But this cover here really impressed me, and this is the cover A for Sonic the Hedgehog number 59. Very beautiful cover, and I was really impressed by the cover B, which is I also thought was a great looking cover. Okay, but the cover RI, the retailer incentive, it's nice, but it's not as good as the in my opinion, as the other two covers. But I like them all anyway, and I've always been attracted to Sonic because uh, when Sonic came around, my kids were young and they love Sonic. In fact, one of my grandchildren, my grandson, is heavy into Sonic. He likes Sonic. And so Sonic basically has been a real part of uh, my family's household characters that they like. I really like the She-Hulk number 12 variant covered by Gleason. It's really nice. Kind of spin on the basic homage covers where the Hulk or Hercules or whoever is being pressured down by a ton of rocks on them, and they just took a different spin with the She-Hulk. Also like this cover, but it's reminiscent of somebody else's cover that was like this. I don't know if it was a Gamora cover or whatever, but it just looks too familiar. A cover, it's something about it, but nonetheless, it's still a great cover. And I picked up the Hollows E variant, which is pretty cool too. And for DC, I picked up the Deceased War of the Undead Gods number 8, which is a great cover for paying homage to the JSA classified, I think issue number 1 by Adam Hughes. Picked this book up, Silent Tales. It kind of interests me of Harley and Joker with Batman wrapped up like that. So I think it's a great cover. And apparently, this whole entire book is short stories, actually 6 of them, and there's no words. It's almost like the G.I. Joe episode with Snake Eyes. It's just all pictures, which is kind of cool. And as far as that, just the other stuff is just the basic stuff that I picked up. Um, there. But what I really wanted to talk about is a continuation from my last video when I was showing Star Wars The Clone Wars 12 issues that I picked up from Dark Horse and that I got from a comic book shop. And how I was talking about how it's good to have a relationship with the owners of the comic book shops because they will look out for you if you are a good customer and just be friendly, strike up conversations and all that kind of stuff. And you find out that sometimes it could be a great asset in your comic book collecting. And this shop that I go to, um, the owners are really great people. The father used to be in charge of the store, and he's transitioning it to his son. And there's another gentleman that works in there too, and all three of them are top-notch people, and they just they treat everybody with, I mean, major respect. And he had gotten in a collection of comic books, and their store, the way it's set up, it's basically, to me, it's more of the new stuff, and they got back issues, but it's not really stressed about the back issues. It's more like the back issues they got are like bins of $3 books. They don't really have any real high priced back issues. And I talked to him about it. He said they're really not interested in having like a wall of valuable books. They're more like, if they get books in, they try to turn them over and get them out. It's about making a profit, and not enough to kill a person, but just to keep stuff rolling. Which I respect. I respect that a lot. Because you got some stores that have shops, and they have a lot of expensive books on their walls, and they want top dollar for their books. And I found out that even after the COVID situation is kind of calmed down and the books are dropping in price, that the prices on on the comic book shops, they aren't dropping. They're keeping their books basically at COVID level prices. Could be part due to being it's just so much to try to reprice a whole bunch of books. I call it a bit of laziness on their part, or the fact that they just, I guess, feel that even though COVID has calmed down, and it's still that they want to sell those books at those prices, which is their option. I'm not here to argue with anybody about what they do with their store. But I know what I will buy and what I won't. But getting back to what I want to show, these are all, from here on out, these are all the Dark Horse books that I picked up, and I got them for a super, super deal. And it's not like I said that the owner didn't know what he had. It's just that in his store, it's more about turning things over and getting them out. He's going to make a profit from what he bought them from, but he's not trying to make optimum amount of value. So, which made me very happy. So let's get on with the books. Star Wars Obsession from Dark Horse, issue number 1. Pick that up. I got the complete set, 2 through 5. This is number 3. Number 4. That's a great cover for General Grievous. And number 5 with Ventress on the cover. Asajj Ventress, or however you pronounce her name. Like I said, I'm not the greatest person to talk about Star Wars characters. I only know a few. Star Wars: The Old Republic, number 1. I remember the game, the Old Republic game. I used to play that a lot. I really liked it. This is issue number 2, and this, I guess, is a Darth. I forgot his name, but it's a nice cover of him. Issue number 3. Issue number 4. And issue number 5. Then I got Star Wars Dawn of the Jedi. I saw that this book was kind of picking up steam. This is issue number 0. Then I picked up, he had, and he still has a lot of Dark Horse Star Wars books and sets. And I plan on going back. I might pick, he had some Boba Fett's and some other stuff in there. And the prices were just out of this world. And the books are in immaculate condition. I mean, whoever had this collection took very good care of it. Star Wars Dawn of the Jedi Force Storm, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. I don't know in these if there's any important characters or not, but if it's Dark Horse, I try to get them. Star Wars Dawn of the Jedi Force War, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5 of that. Now this, I have a lot of issue number 1 of this, but I got 1 and I got a couple issues of number 6, and this is the canon, The Last Padawan, but I never had the full set. I had like a couple issues here and there, but now I got the full set, and I'm glad to have extras of 1 and 6. Number 2, 3, number 4, 5, and of course number 6 with the Rebels. But they appear in the first issue, so I mean, I don't get into that first appearance stuff because it's kind of weird the way how they do things. But what's accepted as the real first appearance or the cameo appearance or whatever, it is what it is. Canon number 7, number 8, and these are all great Mark Brooks covers. Number 9, number 10, number 11, and that's what do they call those covers? Were negative space on I guess the stormtroopers or whatever they are. They're in negative space. You know, Mark Brooks is famous for doing negative space covers. And number 12. Now this one, I was like in shock when I saw it. And the price was phenomenal. Star Wars Heir to the Empire, number 1, first appearance of Thrawn and Mara Jade. I guess Luke Skywalker's future wife. So glad to get that. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6. And like I said, I stress it. I mean, and I know a lot of people who collect comics really don't have a dedicated comic shop because of where they live at. Shop could be an hour, 2 hours away, or even non-existent. That some people have to collect through other means, eBay, yard sales, or whatever. You know, but if you do have access to a comic shop in your area, I tell you, it's good to have a good rapport with the owners of the shop. I know some places you might not find owners that are talkative or whatever, or are friendly like that. You know, everybody has their good and bad days, but for the most part, you know, I've never run into a bad owner at a shop. It seems like here in Baltimore and Maryland area, there's a lot of shops. There's a lot of comic book shops. There's a lot of toy and game shops. You know, and I'm glad that I'm in where I live at. I have access to, you know, so many different shops. But like I said, just even if it's just a casual hello, but once you go in there enough and they get to know you and they start to understand what you like, and, it goes leaps and bounds in helping you along with your comic book collecting. But that's basically it. I mean, I could show a lot of books right now, but I'm already at 15 minutes, and like I said, I try to keep my videos at 15, somewhere in 15 to 17 minute realm. So once again, uh, thanks for watching, subscribing. Be well, take care, and I will catch you in the next video. Goodbye.